This is PA Harness Week, and I'm Sharla McBride. The Hambletonian is just around the corner, and the horses who will be competing for the highly coveted title are starting to take shape. We'll talk about one filly who is fierce in her field. Plus, we've got all the top races from New York to PA and everywhere in between. It's coming up right now. This week, there was an upset in the Meadowlands Pace. Plus, we'll have more big PA Sire Stakes at Pocono. And Check Me Out is one step closer to taking on the boys in the Hambo. I'll talk with her driver, Tetrick, next. Things are certainly getting hot, hot, hot here at Harrah's, Philadelphia. And coming up on Comcast Sportsnet, you'll see the hottest horsecasters on the tube give you racing's fastest paced half hour.
Oh, they go! Explosive Matter wins the Colonial easily. Underway. Starting fast outside here is Brett Messenger to the early. 5 for the halftime. Just over 3 to go. At the top of the stretch.
Hi there, you, and welcome to another edition of PA Harness Week. This is the show that never makes a break, yet always gives you one. So I guess you could kind of say that we're full of stride, or full of something else, whatever. But anyway, hi, I'm Steve Ross, along with Heather Moffat. Hello, darling.
Hello.
Is that a scarf, or as they say in Boston, a scarf around your neck?
Yes, it's a summer scarf. I guess, I don't know. I know there's a word for it, but I'm not sure what it is.
A summer scarf?
A summer scarf.
Okay,
yeah,
good.
Because it's really hot out. I wouldn't actually wear a scarf right now.
Oh, it really is hot. It's brutal today, isn't it?
It is.
Anyway, we are here. Let's get to past all the frivolity, and we're going to get past the happy talk, and we're going to deal with lots of racing because we got so much to talk about, don't we?
We do. Can I start with Pocono?
Oh, why don't you start with Pocono with the third division of 3 on the card, Pennsylvania Sire Stakes Trots. Why don't you start with that one?
That's such a good idea. Oh, my goodness. All right, number 1 is Stormin Normand. He's been a terror this year in his 4 starts so far. He's just been so good. Recently, he had a 150 1 and 4 mile, as a matter of fact. He's 1 to 9 in here. The 5 is Lightning Storm. He's second choice, 8 to 1 with Hall of Famer John Campbell. The rest are big long shots.
Lightning Storm now going to take that lead from Modern Family with Mike's brother Frank third. Stormin Normand is 4th past the 8th mile marker and heads to the outside to go to the front. Meanwhile, Frostbite's K not keeping up with his cover for the moment. Quit Smoking now behind him. Nothing But Class made a break early and is the trailer. They're around the turn to the quarter-mile marker, 27 3, and Stormin Normand on the outside has his sights set on the lead of Lightning Storm, who's trying to make it tough on him. Stormin Normand at 1 to 9, coming off seconds in both the Beal and the Yonkers trot, gets to the front at 3/8 from Matt Kakali. Lightning Storm back to second with Campbell, then Modern Family third. Single foul to Mike's brother Frank. Frostbite's K heads to the outside for George Knapp. At the end, Quit Smoking now and Nothing But Class. They come to the half-mile marker now in 56 1, 28 3 second panel. Rapid fractions up here for the Trotters, and the lead belongs to Stormin Normand. And Kakali not doing a thing, but Stormin Normand picking up the pace now, a length and 3/4 in front of Lightning Storm. Inside third, Modern Family. Frostbite's K having to do it all on his own. First over is still about 5 back. In behind that, Mike's brother Frank. Quit Smoking now and Nothing But Class. Right now at the front, Stormin Normand at 3/4, 124 2, 28 1 third panel. Stormin Normand by about a length and a quarter. Lightning Storm still closest to him, and Modern Family also saving ground further back. Mike's brother Frank at the top of the stretch. Lightning Storm pulls the pocket to take his best shot at Stormin Normand, and Kakali going to the whip for the first time, but Lightning Storm is drawing a beat on him now. Stormin Normand in some trouble. It's tight to the line. It is. Oh, we're going to have a photo.
The 2 Storm horses were 1, 2 in here. Stormin Normand, he did the work on the front, just held off Lightning Storm, who sat in the garden spot for the mile. Stormin Normand wins with Matt Kakali in the bike for the Jim Campbell stable. 152 4 by a nose. As I said before, Lightning Storm was second. Modern Family was third.
There was another race of some renown. It took place up north at the Meadowlands. And it's a race bearing the racetrack's name. It is the Meadowlands Pace. It traditionally brings together the finest 3-year-old pacing talent in the world, and also a very hot-looking lady who was there in person. But I won't ask you about that because circumstances will prohibit that from happening. No. Okay. All right, Meadowlands Pace, it was huge. $600,000 in the line. Number 7, Thinking Out Loud with Randy Waples was the surprising 2-1 chalk. Why surprising? Because number 4, Sweet Lou with the Lone Ranger was 3-1. Now, the interesting thing about that was he took all kinds of early money Thinking Out Loud. Number 3, Heston Blue Chip with Tim Tetrick, and number 1, A Rocknroll Dance with Yannick Gingras were both 9-2. And with that exciting call, here's Sam McKee.
So A Rocknroll Dance is in control at the midpoint of the backstretch. All-Star Legend very content with the 2-hole there, and Thinking Out Loud is moving right now for Randy Waples. He's to the outside. Sears flushed him out with Pat Rock, so he's second over. Heston Blue Chip third over. Sweet Lou with excess cover. He's fourth over, and State Treasure gains a ton of positions up the cones. The half was in 54-2. So A Rocknroll Dance leads the way at the midpoint of the far turn. Thinking Out Loud still 2 lengths from him on the outside. Right there in the pocket is All-Star Legend as they head toward the 3/4 marker. Up on the outside trying to gain some ground is Pat Rock. Heston Blue Chip looking 3 deep around him. State Treasure is 4 lengths from the lead. 3/4 in 1:21-2. A Rocknroll Dance is 2 lengths clear at the top of the stretch. A Rocknroll Dance leads the way with 1/8 of a mile to go. All-Star Legend racing in second. Heston Blue Chip is coming with a wide rally on the outside. A 16th out. A Rocknroll Dance leads it. All-Star Legend, Heston Blue Chip, Pat Rott. A Rocknroll Dance is going to win it. Yannick Gingras, A Rocknroll Dance.
This was one weird $600,000 heat. Number 10, All-Star Legend from the George Teague barn, and Jim Worrell Jr. came busting out of the gate, out of the 10-hole like a scalded cat, made the top. Well, Yannick Gingras on A Rocknroll Dance, who got away second, was not about to let this 99-1 bomber set the pace, so he comes out and reclaims. Here's where it got really weird. There was absolutely zero outside flow. Nada, zilch, nothing. Essentially, that was the race right there. Yannick cut the fractions the rest of the way. Thinking Out Loud left from the 7-hole. He got away third, and then he was spaghetti. And we're looking for the Sweet Lou's of the world and the other horses. They just, Heston Blue Chip, they didn't show up. It was very weird. Bottom line was that Yannick got A Rocknroll Dance up. He won the race, and he paid a good price, which was very nice, too. Number 2, Pet Rock off at 17-1, and somebody bid $15,000 to show on him early and collected, which was a big difference between the place and the show on that one. All-Star Legend at 99-1 managed to live for third. The 1-2, as you said before, with the Stormin combination. This is the Rock, the 1-2 combination exactly. Paid $125. What do you think of that?
Wow, okay.
Pretty cool. When we come back, we'll have more action from O'Higgins side of Pocono Downs, and our Sharla caught up with Tim Tetrick, who drives the spectacular filly Check Me Out, who just may be headed for, dare I say it, dare, the Hambletonian. Go away.
Check Me Out leads it and hits the half in 56-1.
Mohegan Sun, off-track wagering. Allentown, Carbondale, East Stroudsburg. Always leave happy.
NF Quotable got
Why do so many winners travel in EB trailers? They love the ride. EB Pacesetter trailers deliver your horses in peak condition, ready to race every time. Designed to provide safe and comfortable transport for standard-bred racehorses, EB's Pacesetter Series trailers are the preferred choice of professional standard-bred trainers and breeders nationwide. All EB Pacesetter models feature custom standard-bred options and excellent airflow and aligned interior sealing to keep your horses fresh and comfortable. Every EB trailer has commercial quality componentry and riveted sidewall construction engineered and designed to stand up to constant and rigorous horse and road use. And a sleek aerodynamic nose design that also delivers improved fuel savings. More winners ride with EB than any other trailer. EB, setting the pace in standard-bred horse transportation.
Welcome, good old Sunday. Welcome, son, welcome, welcome. Welcome to your place in the sun.
Hi, and welcome back. You are right here for PA Harness Week, but you knew that. It's your weekly fix to get your Jones all satisfied with the best of harness racing action, not only from the Delaware Valley, but all over the world. We got you all covered, okay? Along with Heather Moffat, I'm Steve Ross. And Heather, you're going to do a great race. This is pretty cool because it was the Del Miller on the Meadowlands Pace card, which was an outstanding card, and there's an outstanding filly in this particular heat.
There is. The purse is $245,000 in here, and the great filly that you're talking about is number 6. Check Me Out. She was your 2-year-old filly champ last year, and she's amazing again. She is the better choice. Now, her only competition in here seems to be the 5, and that's Win Missy B with Brian Sears. She's on a 2-race win streak. The rest, really, no threat.
And they're off. First away is Win Missy B, who tugs Sears to the lead. To her inside is on the bright side. It gets away well. And Check Me Out shadows Win Missy B into the opening turn. Personal Style is up close from the rail. She's racing in 4th. And moving up on the outside as they circle the turn is Superstar Hanover floating up into the 5th spot. She's all in. 6th on the inside. Sterling Volo is gap 7th. The whip on her tail. Lady Andy leaning in pretty good. And the opening turn is 8th. At the back is Quarantine, who trails the field. And they hit that opening quarter in 27-3. And Check Me Out took the lead. Win Missy B was wrestled down to yield. She's right on Tetrick's helmet there in 2nd. Bump drafting along for Sears and keen to go on. And Brian has his hands full with Win Missy B. On the bright side is right there racing in 3rd. A length and a half further back is Personal Style, who tracks along. Superstar Hanover to her outside first over. She's all in. Is trotting in 6th. Sterling Volo is caught up in 7th. 8th is Lady Andy, and Quarantine is on the gallop trailing the field. Check Me Out leads it and hits the half in 56-1. Nice second quarter breather there for Check Me Out. Win Missy B is still in the bit, racing 2nd in that tight pocket spot. On the bright side is 3rd as they head onto the far turn. Superstar Hanover first up on the outside. Personal Style riding the rail all the way, but she'll need some racing room. Gap back slightly now as she's all in. Sterling Volo cannot go on, and Lady Andy is stuck behind them. So Check Me Out looks for a bit of separation from the pocket sitter Win Missy B, and she trots through 3 quarters in 1:24-1. 28 seconds on the turn for Check Me Out and Tim Tetrick, who turned for home with the 2-length lead. Win Missy B trying to stay with her, but with some work to do. On the bright side, 3rd. Personal Style still trapped, starting to angle from 4th now, and Check Me Out is looking good at the edge of the tote board. Win Missy B is 3 lengths behind her, racing in 2nd. Check Me Out striding home to win the Del Miller Memorial. It's Check Me Out in 1:51-3, a world record.
Check Me Out goes from gate to wire, wins by over 2 lengths, does it in world record fashion. How fast? I'm glad you asked. Okay, 1:51-3. The race Schnicker trainee never challenged the entire mile. Win Missy B was 2nd. Personal Style was 3rd. Now this is Check Me Out's 19th win in 22 lifetime starts. She's bankrolled now $1.5 million. But is she Hambletonian material? Can she take on the boys? Sharla McBride caught up with the driver, Tim Tetrick, to find out if the classic trot is on this filly stance card.
Well, I'm here with driver Tim Tetrick. Tim, you've had the pleasure of driving Check Me Out all season long, and this past Saturday you had a big night at the Meadowlands. Tell us what happened there.
Well, she set a world record, 51-3, and raced her heart out, and did it really handy. And she beat some other nice fillies and come out a winner. It was a really awesome feat for her.
And now the Hambletonian is starting to take shape. Now, while she hasn't been committed to the Hambo yet, how confident are you that she will compete in that race?
Well, I'm going to stay with her either way. I know she's a great filly, and it's a very tall task to ask a mare to go against the boys. But if any of them can do it this year, she would be the only one. And hopefully the connections make the right choice and go where she's the best fit.
You seem to have great confidence in this horse. What is it that gives you that much confidence in her?
Well, one, she's very, very, very fast, and she's a great attitude and loves to win horse races, and that's the most important. They got to be fast and got to know how to win, and she definitely knows how to do both.
And obviously, like you mentioned, it's not always easy for a filly to go up against the mares, especially in the Hambletonian. Do you think, though, that this could be her year?
It could be. It's been a while since a filly's even tried it. I drove the last one that did it, Pampered Princess, and which did not work out very well for us. But, this mare's got a lot of talent, and, the 3-year-old colt group is tough, but I've seen it tougher in the past. But hopefully the connections, it's a $1.5 million race. So, but, the other race, the Oaks, goes for $750. So it's either 1-9 or being 5-1 against the boys. So we'll see how they decide.
Well, good luck.
Thank you very much.
All right, back to you guys.
Thank you, Sharla, and thank you, Tim. Boy, these are exciting times in harness racing, right?
Yes, stakes season. Love it.
Now, everybody's on the edge of their seat saying, oh, is she going to go with Hambo or not? Well, we'll find out. But she is one serious racehorse. If you recall last year, she spotted the field about 30 lengths in that stake in Delaware and came back and went around the whole field. It just doesn't happen like that. So this is really something to get excited about. Okay, now let's go to Mohegan Sun and Pocono Downs, another Pennsylvania Sire Stake, almost worth $100,000. And with that one, the first division of 3, the lovely scarfed out Heather.
Okay, the first is like really close to $100,000 here. Lots of money on the line. Number 2, Top Billing. You know, this is his first start since May 30th. Still, he is the even money favorite. So, number 1, Beer Summit just won the $340,000 Good Times Final in Canada. And then there's the 4, who is Lindy's Jersey Boy, starts for trainer Frank Antonacci.
Beer Summit has the lead, but Top Billing providing the pressure on the outside, just about a little less than a half length away. Lindy's Jersey Boy used hard early, getting a much-needed breather in the pocket. Solvato in a good spot there for Smedshammer, about a length and 3/4 back, following the outside cover. Then it's Mr. Ridgetaker, Boytown coming up the inside. Beer Summit still with the edge. 3/4, 125 even, 28-1 third panel. It's Beer Summit trying to shake the pressure of Top Billing, who's not going away. Lindy's Jersey Boy third, further back Solvato way out wide. Mr. Ridgetaker, top of the stretch now. It's Top Billing and Beer Summit. They continue to dance on the inside. Lindy's Jersey Boy, late kick now from Solvato. It's Top Billing, Solvato, Lindy's Jersey Boy. These 3, it is too close to call here.
It was a 3-horse photo finish in here, and despite the layoff, Top Billing, so impressive in here. Really does not surprise me, because anything coming out of the Julie Miller stable is ready to rock. That is right. Yeah. Okay, Top Billing not only wins at 153-4, but does it with a first over journey. Tyler Buter is in the bike, winning by a nose over Lindy's Jersey Boy, and then a neck back with Salvato.
All right, we have another Pennsylvania Sire Stake worth $99,000 and change. It was race 5, and number 3, My MVP with Mike LaChance, was the overwhelming prohibitive 1-5 chalk. Number 5, Magic Tonight with Mike Vanderkamp was the 4-1 second choice, and number 6, Scary Good, which a lot of people refer to the ex-mayor of Philadelphia as, with Tyler Buter, was 7-1. And with a call, Jim Baviglia.
And on the outside, My MVP now takes a slight edge over Go to Pay, who tries to make it tough on him there. My MVP still hasn't yet cleared. Now he gets clear here full of chance. But Magic Tonight looking to make a second move, and Vanderkamp brings this one out full of trot. That gives cover here to Scary Good, who's moving up 4th. Inside Pico Fashion, outside Mohegan Hanover. My MVP with a battle on his hands. 3/4, 124-3, 28 even third panel. Magic Tonight and My MVP are on even terms now. Scary Good getting ready to go out wide from far back. Mohegan Hanover, Go to Pay, still in the pocket. Top of the stretch, LaChance trying to get more from My MVP. Here comes Go to Pay in the passing lane. Magic Tonight on the outside. Look at My MVP digging in.
Well, My MVP and Magic Tonight kept pulling the pocket on each other. No, they wanted to dance because nobody wanted to sit in the 2-hole. MVP at 1-5 got up by a whisker, which you don't really want your 1-5 shots to get up by a whisper, because it can give you a heart attack.
Yeah.
You know that, right?
Just like your dancing almost did.
Well, I thought it was good. I got some rhythm, girlfriend.
It was scary good.
Very good. Magic Tonight was a dead game second. Scary Good was a length back of the top 2 in third. And when we come back, our lovely Kelly is here with her picks of the week, and we'll have more racing action from you-know-where. So don't go away.
Outside the quarter pole with Trepton Halls, cut loose 3 wide at 7-1.
Mohegan Sun, off-track wagering. Allentown, Carbondale, East Stroudsburg. Always leave happy.
Hi, there, you, and welcome back to PA Harness Week along with the lovely Heather Moffat. I'm Steve Ross, and as promised, action from Harris Chester was plentiful. And with that, here's Heather with race 9.
Thank you very much. Non-winners, $13,000. The last 5, the purse is $17,000. Number 2 is Rhombus. Now, he is your 6-5 favorite with the Orange Crush. Andy Miller in the bike. The 1 is Intrepid Hall. Just took a career mark here in 150-4 this year, right here at Philly. And then number 8 is winking at ya. Not very good at that, am I? Winking at ya. Coming off 2 wins in a row, he's climbing up the condition ladder.
Outside the quarter pole, Intrepid Hall's cut loose 3 wide at 7-1. Intrepid Hall's in with a solid shot, and Manhattan Rusty's close enough, if good enough. 6-5 favorite Rhombus is giving way to Intrepid Hall at the apex of the far turn. Winking at ya, who's been the back marker for a good bit of the race, is now suddenly in contention. 3 lengths off the lead as the field turns for home. Intrepid Hall, length and a half in front off the corner. Manhattan Rusty driven to give chase. Winking at ya, under urging to stay on 2. Down the wide outside is Hide Me Away. Up to the line, Intrepid Hall.
With the pace setter fading, pretty much a party for the horses in the back of the pack. Intrepid Hanover comes from behind, makes a wide move to win with George Napolitano Jr. in the bike. 151-2 for trainer Britt Evans. They paid $17.20. And then you have Winkin' at ya, last much of the mile. He comes home in 27-4 at odds of 40-1. Now he takes second, and then Manhattan Rusty, winging wide effort. He's 50-1, and he takes third.
So 40-1 was second, and a 50-1 was third, and the 186 trifecta. If you follow such things, and maybe if you had it, 186 try, $8,112 and the 40 cents you leave at the window, right?
Yeah.
For the mutual credit.
Yeah. It's nice to tip your clerks for sure.
40 cents when they give you $8,200, right? Okay. Sunday's 12th at Harris, Philadelphia was for non-winners at $25,000 in the last 5 starts. Number 7, Custard the Dragon was 9-5 with Montreal Teague. Number 4, Flipper J with Ron Pierce. And number 5, Andy Rue were both 2-1. And with the call, our man James.
Tobago Cays leads a length and a half to Cobalt Man in second. Custard the Dragon begins to labor on the outside from Real Special locked in fourth. Flipper J's got clear sailing, but stale cover and 4 lengths to make up. Then comes Andy Rue jammed in with Lose Bad Yankee at his flank, and Shakerosa is still 7 off the lead last of all. 3/4 in 123-4, and the field turns for home. Cobalt Man's out of the pocket at 28-1. To give chase to 8-1 pace setter Tobago Cays. Off the corner, Tobago Cays driven out. Cobalt Man's up within a half length. Then Real Special, Custard the Dragon, no more. Down to the line, Tobago Cays digging in.
Number 3, Tobago Cays off at 8-1 with Eric Goodell. There's a name we haven't heard in a while. Eric's been racing mostly at Yonkers. Came down here and won at 8-1 in 151-4. Number 1, Cobalt Man, a 25-1 bomber with Andy Miller was second. Number 2, Real Special off at 18-1 with Yannick Gingrock a third. The 3-1-2 try was $1,003. And you remember when harness racing bettors used to always box the 1-2-3?
No, that was before my time.
I don't think so. Anyway, very funny, quick story. Art Rooney, who is the owner of the Pittsburgh Steelers, a friend of mine, Jimmy Murray, a mutual friend of ours, you know. Well, anyway, one day Jimmy Murray was talking to Art Rooney, who owned Yonkers, and he said, "What's the secret to winning in harness racing?" And Art Rooney went like this. He went, "Give me the program." He said, rips it in half, and he threw away the second half of the program. In other words, just box the inside horses.
Okay. Maybe on a half mile, but...
Well, that was back then.
Yeah,
that was before your time, though.
That was before my time. Oh, gosh, I got to think of a really good story for next week.
Yes, you do. And it's time about, speaking of, how about a lovely story? Our Kelly Connors is here with her picks of the week. Let's watch.
Thanks, Heather and Steve. I got a great feeling about my picks this weekend because I'm expecting some hot weather and some really fast tracks. First off, we're going to take a look at the Shepherd final at Yonkers. I like the 4 Scalped on top. He's undefeated so far in just 2 career starts. He's very speedy with lots of gate speed. In last week's Limbs, he fired from the outside and ended up wiring the field in 56-1. Gets faster and faster every week, so his time's on the improve for trainer George Teague Jr. and Kat Manzi is scheduled to drive. Next up, we will head to the Meadowlands with the Hambo on the horizon. Got some good picks there for you. In race number 4, it's the 3-year-old open for trotters. The 5 Ricolo, a new name here on the East Coast, has been dominating the Balmoral scene. Speedy out there, now changes tracks and changes barns. So coming from the barn of Tron Smetshammer, I'm going to give him a shot in the 4th race at the Meadowlands. Next up, the 6th, the open for 3-year-old Pacers. Liking Verdad on top. He's the 5 horse in that race. Won a division of the Reynolds 2 back. Fast in there. Career best time of 1:50.3. He set some fast fractions. And right behind him was Bullet Bob. It'll be interesting to how the final plays out because the Bullet Bob gets the rail in tonight's race. So I'm boxing the 5 and the 1 in there. Should be a good one. I'll be watching all the action. Hope you will too. Those are my picks. Hopefully they'll win you some money.
Welcome, good old Sunday. No love when you don't come. Welcome, son, welcome, welcome. Welcome to your place in the sun. Welcome to your place in the sun.
Hi, everybody, and welcome back. This is PA Harness Week, but you already knew that. She's Heather Moffat. I'm Steve Ross. You're out there watching, and it's a great time to be here. You know why? Because on the Meadowlands Pace card Saturday night, there was some big stake races other than the Meadowlands Pace. We're going to cover a couple of them. There were 2 major upsets at the Big M on Saturday night. The first took place in the Mistletoe Chalet, and if you look at the history of the race, there are traditionally lots of upsets in this particular race. Okay, number 2, major look off at 10-1 with Andy Miller, beat number 7, American Jewel numero uno in the USTA poll. The 1-9 chalk with Tim Tetrick was second, and Better Off Lucky was 20-1 with Yannick Gingras third. The thing is that American Jewel is still the number 1 horse in the poll this week. And the second big upset came in the 9th race when Goo Goo Gaga, I don't know what, who returned to the Mile Oval after making a break at Yonkers the week before in the Yonkers Trot. He went in the Stanley Dancer, and he was like a hobby horse. He galloped all over the track, and he finished in a different zip code. So I really feel bad for the connections, including Corey Callahan. They're trying to figure out what is wrong with this horse, who was so well-mannered, had such a perfect gait, and all of a sudden now they're going like, you know, what do you do? So in the very end of the Stanley Dancer, it was Little Brown Fox off at 20-1 with Yannick Gingras, who had a humongous night, did he not? Boy, he was steaming hot. Let me tell you. Yeah. Number 2, Guccio with Jimmy Takter got second, and number 5, Possess the Will, the 5-2 second betting choice with Timmy Tetrick got third. That's going to do it for us, darling. It was a fun show.
Yes, it was fun. You danced. You told a story.
I had a spasm. I didn't dance. But anyway, thank you all for watching out there for the past half hour. And for all of us here at PA Harness Week, including Sharla McBride, Kelly Connors, Bruce Casella, my partner Heather Moffat, I'm Steve Ross, reminding you to get high on harness.
It's only natural.
There they go. Explosive Matter wins the Colonial easily. Underway. Starting fast outside here. Brett Messenger into the air.